Gosh dang it, that's the third drive shaft I've broken this week. What to do? Well, Tekno apparently has a solution for you. This is their new drive shaft kit, and I'm going to go ahead and install it on this episode of G-Review. Stay tuned. Welcome back to G-Reviews, everybody. And as you can see, I do have the sledgehammers on the Rustler. And I swear to you, it was not 15 minutes that I had the sledgehammers on the Rustler with a 3S pack that I broke a drive shaft, another one, and I know this is a common issue with these new drive shafts on the Rustler, but you can see where it broke. You can see right here, this thing sheared off right there. Really, I know that this is going to be a problem going forward, especially with these bigger tires. So I was looking around, and there was a couple things that came up. They had the constant velocity drive shafts from Traxxas, which are pretty pricey, and I had mixed reviews on those. I heard of the MIP dog bones, and then the third one were these Teknorc. And for the price of the constant velocity drive shafts from Traxxas, you're not only getting the drive shafts, but you're also getting all the extra parts on the suspension that hold, the drive shafts, and everything's metal. I mean, obviously these guys are plastic, but we'll go ahead and install these guys. I actually did get it for the rear as well, because I'm expecting the back ones to break shortly, now that I'm strengthening the front whole, the whole front of the truck. But anyway, today on G-Reviews, I'm going to go ahead and put this in and show you the process. So let's get to it. Alright, so I just wanted to show you the part number again. It's the TKR6851X. Alright, so in the package we get the hubs, we get bearings, which are larger than the stock ones. We get the hex hub, and then all the little retainer pieces, the screws for the bottom of the hubs. So that's all what's in this little baggie. And then the whole point of this kit, really, are these drive shafts. So, again, they're constant velocity drive shafts. They're hardened steel. And then you get the cups for both ends. And again, it's all metal. So, hopefully, that'll be able to take the power that this guy's putting down. And thankfully, it comes with steering blocks. So, you get the screw pins, the drive cup, drive shaft, stub axle, and then you get the bearings, the steering blocks, and then the hex. Whoo! Look at all those stickers. So first thing we want to do is disassemble the side. So I'm just going to start with the side that's fully assembled, just so you at home can kind of walk through the whole process with me. I mean, again, the other side is totally missing the axle and the little parts inside. So this side is going to have kind of everything intact like you would see it on your machine. Take that off. Alright, we need all these screws. We want to save all this stuff. In here, there's a pin right there, if you can see it. So we've got to take that off in order to take this axle off. So we'll do that now. We want to start with the drive cup. So I want to start with the drive cup, and we're going to use the stock pin, the stock screw pin in the brand new drive cup. Alright, so we definitely want to put some Loctite on this guy, because this guy's got, well, at least in my case, some WD-40 all over it. We'll put it on our screwdriver here. We'll put Loctite on it. And it's just going to ensure that we're not losing parts when we're driving. You want to put Loctite, and you want to use the blue thread locker, which is removable, not the red, because the red you can never remove, and we really don't want that. So that's that. We'll put the dog bone in next, which is the drive shaft. Very nice, hardened steel. It's nice and straight so far. Hopefully we don't we don't bend it. But it just kind of fits in there just like that. You can see that it just kind of slides in there. Alright, so now we're gonna have to start opening up this little package here. Alright, so we've got this little part, and then one of these is gonna go through that with this drive shaft here. So that goes in there like that. We put the stub axle on, put the pin through. There we go. So now you have a nice metal.
Down. You can see.
Oops. There. And see, now you have a nice metal, and this is going to sit inside of the steering block, so this little pin doesn't come out. But that's how the joint works. With all metal components, no plastic. So hopefully that should be better. So that's where that goes. And then over that, we have the bearing, which we have to take off of this guy. So I'll go ahead and take this one off, and I'll get back with you in a second. Alright guys, so now that we've got the bearing off of the stock drive shaft, we go ahead and put that over that metal pin so that guy stays on there. So that's how it looks when you put the bearing on there. Right, just like that. Very nice, very smooth. And these are the fast eddy bearings. These are not the stock bearings. I did upgrade all the bearings on it just so we don't have any issues. Okay, so that is that. Next piece is the steering block. So we have the other one. So here's your stock steering block. Here is the Teknorc one. I mean, to me they look identical. This one, it has slightly larger openings just for bigger bearings. Go ahead and put this in here. Alright. And then the next thing are the included bearings. Alright, so this one goes in here like so. Alright, so just a point to make, these steering blocks, they don't have any kind of a thread in here, so you really have to work these screws in there before you actually put them in there. Basically, you just kind of wear them in there before you actually put them in. So just wanted to make that note because I was like, uh-oh. I don't have the right size screws, but you really just, like I said, you just really have to kind of work it in there prior to actually screwing it in. So just wanted to let you know that. So put this in on the top. And I also did put a couple more shims in between this. That's what all these little shims are for, just to prevent axle hopping and things like that. So. Alright, so that is pretty much installed there. We have the couple different configurations here. This is stock, so basically we put 3 of the shims on top of this little ball here, right? So we have the little steering ball here. We're going to put these 3 little shims on top of that and then put the screw in. Alright, there we go. So, again, just put the 3 shims on top of the steering block. They're right here, and then the steering block's right under it. So, alright guys, well, that is the whole process for this side. I want to go ahead and repeat it on the other side, but that's pretty much the whole process. Hopefully that gives you a good idea about how to install the Teknorc RC axle system and steering block. I will be testing it very soon, along with an actual running of the sledgehammer tires, right? Because hopefully these guys will hold up, and then we'll see what happens to the stock axles in the back. I'm sure I'll have to install those very soon, but hopefully we can get a couple runs out of those back axles as well. So I'll go ahead and put the other ones on the other side and check back with you once that's done. Alright guys, so I just went ahead and installed both sides. So I've got the Teknorc RC on this side, and the Teknorc RC on this side as well. So let me know if you have any questions. I mean, the install was pretty straightforward if you've ever installed anything on an RC before, which I'm sure you have. I will be obviously doing extensive testing on this guy, as these will be my new go-to drive shafts if these work out properly, because I mean, these guys included everything, even the steering blocks, whereas like the constant velocity shafts by Traxxas, they don't come with those, and they're another $20 per set. So I think even if these do break at some point, which hopefully they don't, but if they do, if they bend, whatever, you know, these are probably going to be my go-tos because again, they're metal, they come with all the different hardware, so I can finally actually test out the sledgehammers finally. I'm hoping that these are going to work a lot better with the sledgehammers again, because those are, you know, quite a bit bigger than stock tires, so obviously you know, any stronger of a drive shaft is going to be you know, a very welcome thing for turning much bigger tires. So anyway, Skyward Reviews, thanks so much for watching. If you guys have any questions on these guys, about the installation, anything like that, please let me know. I'll be happy to help. But this has been Skyward Reviews. Thanks so much for watching. Please give that video a big old thumbs up. We'd really appreciate it. Take care and stay safe out there.